So lately, I've been spending a lot of time learning some new gear like the Poly Synth and Roland S1. And while it's great to add new gear and figure out how to incorporate it into your workflow, sometimes it's nice to just go back to the classics. So today I thought we'd make a beat from scratch using just the SP404 and the Digitakt. I love this combo. I've talked about how to MIDI sync it before, and I think it's one of the most powerful workflows you can use. So let's get some samples and we'll make a beat. First thing I'm going to do is just take what would be my kick and we're going to go into source, and I'm going to use a kit from the Retro Rewind sample pack that I put up recently of drum loops, and instead of just taking one shots and building a beat, I want to use the chops and see kind of where we can go with it. So I'm going to set it to slice for right now. Because it's a new pattern, we got to bring in the mix. Here we go. Kind of like those. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna arm it, start playing the click. That's perfect. And I'm gonna just put that on 8. So let's check out the sound we got. Let's do a little sound design to it. Want to get some overdrive. And I always put a little reverb in the sampler because you'll notice that when you don't do that, it just ends very abruptly. There's a lot of reverb on the sample, right? So when it restarts in the loop, it's gonna like miss all that reverb tail that's supposed to be at the end. So I use built-in reverb to somewhat emulate it. It's not perfect, obviously, but it is at least something close to it. It's giving a little bit of a tail to the sound so that you kind of have something going on. So that's what we've got, and let's put this on 1, and then actually let's wait, and let's make this 64 steps, then we'll put it on 1, and we'll put the hold. That's not hold, that's distortion. There we go. Okay, let's go into this kick. Okay, looks good. So let's see what we got. There's something with those drums. Let's change the length because we're getting some like... What if we do the hi-hats on a separate track? Because I like this. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. But we will actually need to put a click on because I need to hear. And let's do, whoa, we gotta do a very wrong time signature. Let's do just one pre-roll and let's up that click, and then that should work. Gonna be way off, but we can just go in and we can fix this. So let's look at there. It's on the wrong one, so we can put it there. Let's go on that 3. Let's actually, just for fun, let's see what happens if we put the C sharp with that rim hit on the 1. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's awesome. That's perfect. Now let's do a little more, with the record off, a little more tweaking to these drums. Let's get a little bit rate. And sample rate reduction. And we're gonna add more. Yeah, that's sounding good. Those drums are crisp. And these drums from the Retro Rewind are already pretty warped with SP404 like compression and things like that, but adding this just kind of really grits it up. I always find, I don't know, it sounds, when you do like bitrate and sample rate reduction, it kind of sounds like grains of sand almost on the drums or something. Like, just listen to that hi-hat especially. Now what we do need to do is over on 2, I'm gonna get that same sample, and if I can find it, where is it? Here it is, this one. We're gonna go to 64, well first we'll go to slice again, and we're gonna go to 64 because that's what we were doing, and then I'm going to add in some hi-hats on this. So let's go here. Let's raise the volume here so that we can hear the hi-hat more. Yeah, let's do that. Quantize on there, and then let's shut off the record, and now we'll take the volume down a little bit. Take that bit, we're gonna add a little let's do a little pan, a little reverb, a little delay, which we're gonna shape that delay. Let's do dotted 8. That should work. Just a little delay on there. That's cool. Now let's do a little sound design to this guitar. We've got that, but I want a little sample rate and bit rate reduction. This is a baritone, right? So the guitar has a lot of low end, which, I mean, I don't know if we'll have time to add a bass, but ideally we would add a bass. So we'll take that out on the filter here with the low end. There we go. I'm adding in that cowbell. Don't worry, it's gonna be a lot quieter. So yeah, it was very obnoxious loud, right? But when you put it lower, it's just kind of there in the mix, adding a little groove. I want it even lower, actually. Perfect. Okay, so I think we've got the basis of a track, right? We've got a pretty cool idea. Now, I don't know if you can see the Minilogue. That might actually work. We might be right on the note. Let's see. Let's put it on unison. I think we've got something there. I'm gonna put that on the SP. Let's go. Do we have anything on A? Because that would be the easiest. Let's record that right in. The problem's gonna be, yeah, we'll have to do it without sound. Let's add a little Juno chorus, actually, just a little bit. And then let's put on cassette sim and compressor, lower the hiss. Tone does not need to be at that. We're gonna warp this guy up a little bit. Little drive. Now this might sound terrible when we start recording, but we'll just go from there. Okay, here we go. That should have worked. I hope. I think that's good enough. I don't mind it being a little off time, a little wonky. That's totally cool. Let's go to channel 9, and we're gonna make that channel 1, and then there it is. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, so I want to test one other thing out. Someone was mentioning on a video that channel, I think it's 16, is actually the chromatic mode. So I want to find a bass line. Maybe this one. This sounds pretty good. And let's go into chromatic mode. And let's test something. So let's go into that, and let's go to channel 16, and let's see something. Oh, it does work. Look at it. Now let's see if I'm out. It still works. It seems like whatever pad you have triggered, MIDI channel 16. Oh no. It seems like it's locked into that track. So I'm gonna have to explore this, but this is actually really useful. All right, I think we'll just leave it with that because I just want to get the bass in. Let's get that count in. Here we go. All right, and let's go. I bet this first one is way off. Yep. That's perfect. There we go. Let's take a look real quick at kind of what we've got. So drums on one, hi-hats, that little cowbell that's kind of more of a rim now, and then the guitar. So I think we'll start with the guitar. So when it comes to finishing a Dawless track and you want to remain completely DAW free, there's actually a couple of different ways you can approach the final jam. So one way would be to create a bunch of different patterns on your hardware and then switch between them. A quicker way and a little bit more of a tactile approach and hands-on approach is to do track mutes. And so what I'm doing here and what I'm going to do for the final song is actually use just one pattern and live mute and unmute each of the patterns to create a song out of it. So yeah, that's one of my favorite combos. If you use this combo, let me know in the comments how you use it, to use it similar like this. And if you want to check out the song that we made, it's called Iridescent Bloom and it's on my new album, Through the Quiet Dark. I will put a link right here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.